to motion is ocean.
Lotion.
Motion is lotion. Yeah, that one. Welcome back to motion
No,
is lotion.
Again,
no, too late. It's staying in.
Start again.
It's too
That's
late.
not
It's
staying
in.
in.
It is staying in. I'm the video editor. Today we're going to go through 3 different exercises to help with forearm pain and mobility, which something is very common for 90% of weightlifters or people that go to the gym or a lot of desk-based people. Definitely. I would say a lot of typing can cause pain. Carpal tunnel, things like that. These exercises don't necessarily fix everything, but is a step in the right direction for most people.
3 exercises to help with our kind of forearm and elbow pain and general tightness, general problems with pain and mobility. So we've got our brachioradialis curl for this muscle in our forearm here. So we're coming up like that, slow and controlled. We've got kind of towel ringing, so you would just literally just get a towel here, relax the arms, and we're going to be coming forward and backwards, almost mimicking that kind of wrist flexion and extension, again connecting into our forearms, and also a ball squeeze. So you just grab a ball or an object, tightening or strengthening that grip to help with sort of picking things up, again commonly related to the elbow pain.
Perfect. And now let's go for a deep dive. So starting off with the brachioradial curl, we're going to start with a fairly light dumbbell. You can get 1 kilo upward, or you'll find one at your local gym. But the big difference between a normal bicep curl and the brachial is our angle of our wrist. So I'm going to pass Jem her dumbbell. She's going to aim to keep her elbow close to her body. That doesn't come out and wild while we're doing the movement. And she's going to slowly control down and then slowly coming back up as high as she can, without our elbow coming too far forward. It come a little bit from our main line, but we don't over exaggerate. Elbow somebody in the face, like so. Keeping our bicep pointed up, you'll see this muscle working as it comes up and back down.
It's hard.
If I did it on my bad hand, it would be just as hard. There you go. And then typically you do both sides. Only because you're injured one side, that doesn't mean you can't do your rehab on your, air quotes, good side. Feels better, mind gets your movements better in general. In my opinion, you do want to do physio exercises before both sides of your body. Even though one side might be injured, that doesn't mean the other side won't benefit from doing these exercises. It might not be as effective, but there's nothing wrong with making sure that you are as even and symmetrical as we can in terms of fitness. The better that is, the less chance there will be more ongoing issues first.
Well, the temptation to then bend the wrist.
Yep, there you go.
Keep the wrist nice and strong.
Yep.
So we don't want to try and get extra range by doing that.
So as you come up, you can see elbow isn't moving too much. It can move towards the end of the movement, tiny bit, just because your bicep does connect to your shoulder. But again, you don't want to be coming up really aggressive and high and keeping that wrist nice and strong the whole way through. And there you go, that is our brachial-based bicep curl.
So for our towel-based wrist kind of extension and flexion, we just grab a towel like so. This is kind of getting up, well, it's getting our wrists, it's getting our elbows, kind of getting that whole forearm. So you would
twist it up?
Yes, twist it up right here, somewhere like that, fantastic. Okay, holding on at the end of each end of the towel. Okay, one arm goes one way, one arm goes the other way. So this is kind of replicating, kind of taking the lid off a sauce, or, you know, taking something, anything where you're using those kind of fine motor controls. Again, often quite hard and quite painful when sort of we've got tightness and pain, or if we've got injuries like our tennis or our golfer's elbow. So that's injuries to the tendons on the outside or the inside. Perfect. So you can see here we're doing our wrist flexion, but we're also then doing our extension on the opposing side. So it's kind of opposite. And key thing with this one as well is it's slow and controlled. It's not really quick. We're not going for power or for speed here. We're going for that control, again keeping that time and attention a little bit longer for those muscles.
Definitely harder on this side. And there's our extension and flexion using a towel.
Our ball squeeze or object squeeze, whatever you have got access to at home, but literally all you do need is tennis ball or something of the sort. Yeah, anything like that you can squeeze. Perfect.
This sort of thing I got personally for myself off Amazon. You get a kit of like 3 or 4 different squeezable things for your wrist and forearm. They're graded in different difficulties, but again, a tennis work as long as it's still intact.
Well, that's the dogs, but ask them before you take it.
Yeah, always ask before taking your pet's toys.
So for this one, again, kind of roughly, slight bend in the elbows. We're squeezing those fists together. That's great. And then relax. And with this one, you can see as Christian added in a little bit of a wrist flexion as well. So again, just adds a little bit more to the movement. So you can do it just as a squeeze and then a relax, or we can do it as a squeeze and then a lift.
We're doing a squeeze and flexion.
Yep.
Is there any benefit to doing a squeeze and extension as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that different muscles?
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, quite literally, when we're coming this way, we're working our flexors. So we're bringing our wrist in towards us, and going the other way, we're working our extend.
It sucks equally both on both hands.
And there you have it.
And thanks for joining us for another 3 different exercises to help your body. Today was our forearms and a little bit of wrist and elbow included, but mainly our forearm muscles. Next week, we're going to learn how to do a backflip.
Christian's going to learn how to do a backflip.